Right now, the man accused of causing the crash that killed 3 local high school students goes before a judge. We have a live report from the courthouse.
Plus, with a narrowing field, how can you recast your ballot if you've already voted for someone who ended their campaign?
And we know inflation is impacting nearly every industry. Tonight, we're catching up with a local barber who has experienced it firsthand. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
What is your plea?
I plead guilty.
All right. And are you pleading guilty to these offenses because you actually did commit them?
I did.
All right. Thank you, sir.
31-year-old Eric Mehring pleading guilty to several charges today, including 3 counts of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. This is in connection with the deadly crash that killed 3 local high school students last fall. Mehring accused of driving drunk at more than 3 times the legal limit when he crashed into the back of the teen's car going about 75 miles per hour. Simon Balesi, Jack Miller, and Evan Cradawil were all killed.
Our Armand Rahman is live outside of Dane County Court today with an update on how today's plea hearing played out. Armand?
A bailiff took Eric Mehring into custody immediately after this afternoon's hearing, which lasted about 15 minutes. As part of the plea deal, the judge agreed to dismiss 5 lesser counts against him. But Mehring, who is 31, could face as much as 75 years in prison for those teens' deaths. Mehring calmly answered the judge's questions and entered the guilty pleas to each of the 3 homicide counts. In a statement to the media today, Jack Miller's family wrote, in part, "While it is appropriate that Eric Mehring took responsibility for his actions, his guilty plea can never take away the pain we feel every single day. His selfish choices have deprived Jack, Evan, and Simon of the future lives they so richly deserved." Now, the court ordered a pre-sentence investigation, which is standard. Mehring will be sentenced on December 9th. He did have a message for the families of the teens that he killed. We'll hear that tonight at 6. For now, live in Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. Madison police say they've made an arrest in connection with that sexual assault that happened on State Street over the weekend. The man has not officially yet been charged, but he has been taken into custody on tentative charges of first-degree sexual assault and false imprisonment. Police say the woman was assaulted while she was waiting for a rideshare early Sunday morning.
Next at 5, taking a look over downtown Madison. A few showers overnight, but we're in the clear today, well into the weekend as well. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary?
Susan, it actually feels really nice out here. There's a bit of a breeze blowing. The skies are sunny, though, and temperatures are comfortable. The humidity is down. As we take a look at visible cloud track, there's more clouds up in the northern portion of the state, where there have been a couple of light showers. But here in southern Wisconsin, just partly sunny skies. You can see some very light showers up mainly north of, say, Wausau and Rhinelander into upper Michigan. Low temperatures this morning were in the middle 60s, but high temperatures today very comfortable in the middle 70s here in Madison, 76 so far. Janesville a little bit warmer at 81. That's their current temperature. Madison has actually dropped back a bit to 74 degrees. But dew point temperatures in the lower 50s means that we'll cool off pretty quickly tonight. So I'm looking for an overnight low temperature of about 56 degrees with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow should be mostly sunny and pleasant with a high temperature of 78 degrees. Be a little warmer but dry for the weekend, but heat is on the way for next week. I'll have more on Alert Day for Wednesday in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. A new video showing the aftermath of severe flash flooding in parts of eastern Kentucky. The governor there declaring a state of emergency, calling it one of the worst and most devastating flooding events in Kentucky history.
A Wisconsin judge today saying the Republican-ordered taxpayer-funded investigation into the 2020 election found, quote, absolutely no evidence of election fraud. The judge went on to say there was contempt for the state's open records law by Speaker Robin Vos and a former state Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman. The cost of the investigation, including ongoing legal fees, has exceeded $1 million. Well, one risk to voting early is popping up this week in Wisconsin. What do you do if you've already voted for a candidate who then dropped out of the race?
Well, that's a question on the mind of at least one of our viewers, and one we can answer tonight. Political reporter Will Keneally is live sharing the options you have. Will?
So candidates like Alex Lasry and Tom Nelson have already dropped out of the race for U.S. Senate, but their names will still appear on the ballot, which prompted one of our viewers, Carol, to ask, can you change your vote after you've already voted absentee? So the short answer is yes, you can, but there's some steps that you have to go through first. For example, you first need to let your clerk know that you are spoiling your ballot. You can do this by phone, email, or in person. And if you're doing this at the clerk's office, you can vote on a new ballot right then. Otherwise, one can be sent to you. You also should not wait to do this.
But the important thing to remember is if you send in your absentee ballot, you cannot appear on election day and request a new ballot. It has to be done by the deadline for requesting a new absentee ballot.
So that deadline in most cases is 5 p.m. August 4th, which is next Thursday. That's when you have to let your clerk know that you're spoiling a ballot. There are some early voting locations in Madison that will operate into the weekend, but sooner here is better. And if you have not mailed back your ballot, it's a similar process. And also be careful because you can only spoil a ballot twice. So we'll have a full summary of this up at channel3000.com, and please reach out to your municipal clerks if you have any questions going forward. Great. Reporting from Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. The U.S. economy is slowing down, but are we on the brink of a recession? The Commerce Department reported the gross domestic product shrank from April through June at an annual rate of 0.9%. The government's broadest measure of the economy has now declined for 2 straight quarters. Traditionally, that is a sign of recession. But President Biden says the downturn is necessary to tackle rising prices. Fuel, food, even finding fun things to do, all much more expensive lately.
Yeah, everything. Inflation hitting every industry hard. And tonight, we're checking in with one that's dealt with those problems firsthand. Catherine Merck joins us in studio to explain. Catherine?
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, haircut prices are up 6.2% from last year. That's the largest annual increase since 1982. The hairstylists at Atwood Barbershops say they can see why a lot of people have had to increase prices. Supply chain issues are causing problems with product. Everything's getting more expensive with inflation, and it's an industry that was hit extremely hard by the pandemic.
We were just getting to like a slight normal, and then things go and, you know, work back up. Can we just get back to like a steady price wage where people are able to afford things?
Luckily, Atwood Barbershop says it hasn't raised its prices yet. You can get a haircut there for about $30, which is still below the national average. However, the stylist I spoke with said the barbershop could inch toward higher costs if issues with inflation continue.
Impacting everyone. Catherine, thank you. With more than 4,600 confirmed cases, the United States now has more monkeypox cases than any other country in the world. The CDC says it expects the number of cases to continue to climb. The Health and Human Services Secretary announced today the department will distribute 786,000 newly available doses of its monkeypox vaccine. Fairly low case counts for a virus that doesn't spread nearly as easily as COVID, but if anxiety around monkeypox seems a bit low to you, you might not be talking with the right people.
Our Braden Ross found there is growing concern among certain groups, both over who might get sick and how the stigma surrounding it may bring additional risks.
Even with only 14 confirmed monkeypox cases in Wisconsin so far, and about 4,700 across the U.S., Dr. A.J. Sethi says there's a trend forming.
The risk is most proximal to men who have sex with men, and gay men should become very aware of what's circulating. I think most people are.
The virus most commonly transmits through skin-to-skin contact, and by and large, most cases have been seen in gay and bisexual men. But Sethi says everyone needs to pay attention.
Hey, you've got skin, therefore you are vulnerable to monkeypox. And we've already had 2 kids, getting infected in this country. And that's sort of proof that anybody can be vulnerable.
Sethi, an epidemiologist with UW-Madison, knows simply putting that trend out there without context can be dangerous.
If you are a gay man, you may not want to, and you haven't, you're not open about your sexuality. You might not want to really talk about it. You may not, if you have symptoms, you may not reveal it, and that's not helpful in caring for somebody's health and preventing any spread to other people.
For many in the LGBTQ community who went through the HIV/AIDS epidemic, this feels all too familiar.
Framing discussions around a disease as only affecting a certain group of people can be really harmful both to the people in that group and then to the broader community that suddenly thinks, oh, I don't have to worry about that. That's just a gay men's problem.
AJ Hardy is the program director at Outreach LGBTQ Community Center here in Madison. But despite the stigma, Hardy and others are focused on a fix, getting vaccinated.
The goal here is to ramp up that supply so that if the virus spreads more, then people can get vaccinated.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Today, Wisconsin expanded eligibility for the monkeypox vaccine. It now includes gay and bisexual men. If you are in a high-risk group, there are steps you can take to avoid monkeypox. Head to channel3000.com to learn more.
Hundreds of family members and fans converging on Madison's west side today. It is the 60th annual all-city swim meet. Competition started this morning at Ridgewood Pool on Flat Avenue. Runs through Saturday with finals wrapping up around 5 p.m. And we know traffic and parking can always be a big hassle at this event, whether you're going or just want to avoid a backup in that area. First, we will start with some changes to area streets. Flad on the south side of the pool at Ridgewood will be designated a one-way street to help keep people walking to the event safely. On the north side of the pool, Barton Road is also a one-way street running the other way, and Luan Street between Flad and Barton will be closed to traffic. I just came from there, Susan. They got it figured out, man. Ridgewood knows how to do it. It's really easy. Just go that area and follow the signs. It's pretty easy, but there are a lot of people there. So
how'd your son do today?
Not too bad.
Good,
got a personal best, but lots of swimmers having great days over there. It's been fun to watch.
It's very exciting.
Still ahead at 5, we'll take a trip to the small village of Birnamwood.
There, we'll meet a man with a unique love for the game of baseball.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Call Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. Mad City Baths is your trusted local source for beautiful bathroom updates. From baths and tub to shower conversions to walk-in tubs with an easy access design. Expertly installed in as little as 1 day. Act now. Be one of 50 homeowners who receive special savings with free installation on a new bath or shower. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts. We'll take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I am frustrated with my own party. You know, we've had 50 years to make Roe into law, but we've failed. And you know what, guys, I'm glad that now that Roe is overturned, you are all now sharing your own personal stories. But I wasn't the only one talking about reproductive rights, because for me, this is not an afterthought. If Wisconsin wants to restore its women's rights to choose, they'll send the woman who will get the job done and defeat Ron Johnson.
I'm Sarah Godlewski. I approve this message.
Son, it's about time we had the talk. It's time you knew the truth. Windows can take a beating, especially here in the Midwest. When it's time to replace them, call Feldco.
Isn't Feldco offering 2-for-1 windows right now, Dad?
They are, son. They are.
Less talk, more action. 2-for-1 windows from Feldco makes home improvement easy and affordable.
2-for-1 windows from Feldco and Sunday. Call now.
Call quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
Hi, I'm Scott Walker. Please join me in voting for Rebecca Clayfish for governor. Rebecca stood with me as we took on the big government special interest and cut taxes. While Rebecca and I were fighting for reform, Tim Michael's company was teaming up with the union bosses and those lobbying for a gas tax increase. Rebecca and I knew that these increases would hurt Wisconsin families, so we stopped them. There's only one conservative fighter in the race for governor. Her name is Rebecca Clayfish.
Madison's Children's Museum gives children a healthy body and mind. We speak to the director to learn about the new vaccine clinic. Then barbershops may need to make their own cuts. A local barber shares his struggles with us tonight at 6.
The Madison All-City Championship Swim and Dive Meet celebrates 60 years of competition, July 28th through the 30th. Come out and cheer on the teams in the largest outdoor swim meet in the nation. Learn more at swim.ridgewoodallcity.com.
Welcome back, everyone. In Seattle, a ferry crashed into the so-called Dolphin this morning, causing damage to cars on board and significant damage to the ferry itself. A Dolphin is part of the ferry terminal that helps guide the boat into the dock. Although at least 2 cars were crushed upon impact, no injuries were reported.
9 helicopters were damaged in a sudden storm at Norfolk Naval Station in Virginia earlier this week. The Navy says those damages include broken tail and rotor blades, the structural dents and punctures in the airframes. No personnel were injured. There were no no impacts to operational forces. 5 years ago, Rivertronic Stadium in Birnamwood, Wisconsin, went to a digital scoreboard. Now, that was a bit of an adjustment for Tom Resch, who for about 44 years they had one of those old school manual scoreboards.
If you're scoring at home, that's almost 50 years on Tom's resume. Dale Ryman reports.
And the home of the brave.
You can always count on three things when you visit Rivertronic Stadium in Birnamwood: baseball, a good time, and Tom Resch.
I think he's number 26 now.
He loves the game.
He'll talk to you all day about baseball.
And then they got a new player.
He's never played a game, but the ballpark has been his home away from home.
50 years of doing the scoreboard here at Rivertronic Stadium.
Tonight, he takes the mound.
For tonight's first pitch.
Yeah, Tom! Yeah, I think I can remember when I put the numbers up on the old scoreboard. That's a long time ago already now, they said.
Every game you'll see Tom, from Little League to the amateurs. For 5 years, Tom has worked alongside Tyler Tochis,
Bet number 3,
who announces games for the Birnamwood Kings.
Tyler, you know Darcy's brother?
I've learned a lot of things from him.
He's sitting down there.
To be outgoing, to not be afraid to say hi to somebody that I don't know.
Hi, Justin. This is Darcy's brother. I got to meet different people there. They told me that me and Tyler work good together. What's yours and Tyler's nickname?
The dynamic duo.
Rivertronic Stadium's dynamic duo.
First inning every game.
You, my brown-eyed girl.
The dynamic duo knocks it out of the park with the Van Morrison Classic.
We used to say,
Birnamwood baseball is a family affair for Tom.
My nephew, Brandon Rath, the new manager for the Kings now.
Usually one of the first guys down here, as soon as we open the door, he's in there grabbing the scoreboard, grabbing the table and the chair, and he's lighting his board up.
He's one of the oldest of 12 siblings, but still a kid at heart.
Come on, Logan.
He's been doing it for a long time, and people love him. With him living in town, walking distance here, this is the best thing for him.
I don't think he's ever missed a game. He loves it that much.
He always wanted to be out here for the baseball games.
With popcorn in one hand and the other on the scoreboard.
Come on, Mason.
He'll root.
Get those runs in.
Root.
Call them safe.
Root for the home team.
There you go, Brad.
Until it's time to make the rounds.
Collection time.
Taking donations to pay the umpires for a solid day's work.
Collection time.
Tom has been here for how many years, and he's dedicated his life pretty much to this ballpark and the organization.
This is where his last days will probably be spent.
Thank you. They all know me.
That's Dale Ryman reporting. One of Tom's other passions besides baseball itself, of course, the popcorn at the stadium. If it's too salty or not salty enough, of course, he will let you know.
He is a character, and don't let him catch you not putting your cans in the recycling bin. We're told that can be ugly.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. All right, nice baseball weather out there today. You know who likes good baseball weather. Maybe the breeze blowing out today. Chief Meteorologist Gary Kinalty, you're sure to find
Every day is a good day for baseball weather as far as I'm concerned. Well, 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Dry weather is expected for the next few days, not looking for any rain through the weekend. Then we start to turn a little more humid as we head into next week, and temperatures start to go up as well. And it's downright hot and humid for Wednesday and Thursday with high temperatures in the lower 90s. We do have an alert day in the forecast for Wednesday because of the high heat and humidity. A few pop-up showers up in northern Wisconsin. That's a lot of cold air aloft. Temperatures are actually cool near the ground, but our temperatures are very comfortable here. The air is drier. So take a look at future track precipitation. We're expecting perhaps a shower or thunderstorm chance from late Sunday night into Monday. You can see on the future track computer models, not much in the way of precipitation out of that. Then we go through Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Again, dry weather. Even though the heat and humidity come in, there will be a couple of chances for showers and thunderstorms toward the end of next week. Next weekend should be dry, and we're not looking for much in the way of rain over that time period. Now, our drought situation has improved with the showers and thunderstorms we've had in the last couple of weeks. No drought or even dry conditions over most of southern Wisconsin, although a moderate drought still still exists over parts of far southeastern Wisconsin and abnormally dry to a moderate drought over parts of northern Wisconsin. But that's not the case across the rest of the country. Of course, out west, they're continuing to bake with exceptional drought conditions over parts of California. The drought just continues to go on there, and the longer range outlooks call for little in the way of precipitation through the rest of this month. We do have an alert day here for high heat and humidity, not for rain, not for thunderstorms, but heat index readings. It could be from 93 to 103 on Wednesday. Current temperatures, very comfortable. Upper 60s to the north, 70s over much of the central Midwest, low 80s to the south, even southern Missouri, Kansas. They're in the 80s compared to the triple-digit heat that they've seen not too long ago. Dew point temperatures are still in the lower 70s in the parts of southern Illinois, but our dew points are in the lower 50s. That allows us to turn cooler at night as the air dries out. The heat index, again, no triple-digit heat index readings on here. That's a good sign. And on weather track, the jet stream is starting to come in out of the northwest, so that's allowed that little fresh air shot of cooler air to move in through our part of the Midwest, but eventually that jet stream out to the west starts to head northward. When the jet stream heads north, our temperatures warm up. Tomorrow, though, mostly sunny, pleasant, high temperature at 78 degrees. Look for a high of 83 on Saturday and 84 on Sunday with sunny skies and dry conditions. Humidity levels start to come up early next week, maybe a thunderstorm chance Sunday night into Monday. Dry Tuesday, and then more heat and humidity with that alert day for Wednesday. Temperatures still in the upper 80s to around 90 for the end of next week. As we check out first warn traffic, here's the view of the Beltline at Park Street. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. Looks like the flex lane is open. That's certainly helping things out. Just a couple of minor delays, one around Monona Drive on the eastbound Beltline, westbound right around Fish Hatchery Road, just a bit of a slowdown on the westbound Beltline, but traffic moving pretty steadily, about a 17 to 19 minute trip either direction on the Beltline, 25 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990, and no problems on US 12 to Sauk City or downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. JetBlue announced a deal today to buy Spirit Airlines. If approved by regulators, the merger of the two low-cost carriers would create America's 5th largest airline. We'll have more coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do-it-yourself bathroom updates can be stressful. Finding the right tools, figuring things out on your own. It can drag on for weeks or months. Instead, call the experts at Mad City Baths. Get a beautiful bath or shower professionally installed in as little as 1 day.
Oh, they were awesome. I appreciated those guys so much.
They tell you right away, they'll do it 1 day, and it'll be done.
Now listen to this. 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings with free installation. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts. We'll take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing families $5 grand more for their necessities. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Surgenian's 92-year history means you pay $92 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad in your old carpet removed and recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Imagine not being able to cool yourself by pressing a button. For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Families, elderly, disabled, and veterans. A hot summer day is not simply uncomfortable for them. It can be deadly. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home.
Lash Sensational Sky High from Maybelline, New York. Limitless length plus volume. Flex brush. Over 10 million sold. And try Sky High Cosmic Black. Intense black pigments, only from Maybelline, New York.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
JetBlue Airways announcing today a deal to buy Spirit. If approved by regulators, the merger of these two low-cost carriers would create America's 5th largest airline.
The announcement came a day after Spirit rejected a deal to merge with Frontier. JetBlue had been pursuing a hostile bid for Spirit as Spirit sought shareholder approval for a lower-priced deal with Frontier. Shareholders rejected Frontier's less valuable cash and stock offer and greenlighted JetBlue's all-cash offer.
Well, check this out. NASA is planning to bring rock samples from Mars back to Earth. The agency made that announcement this week. The mission will now include the use of 2 helicopters to retrieve samples, but it will take years for spacecraft to make it to Mars and back. The Earth Return Orbiter launches in 2027, and the sample retrieval lander launches in 2028. Now, the samples are expected to arrive back on Earth by 2033.
Wow.
Be a bit.
A final check on your first warn forecast when we come back.
Black Friday mattress deals in July have been extended at Ashley. Save big on brands like Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Beautyrest, Serta, and more. Save 55% instantly on this Ashley Chime Queen bed in a box, plus 5 years special financing with only sales tax and delivery due at checkout. Only at Ashley.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners whose bath or shower doesn't look so good and won't come clean. Call Mad City Bats now to take your bathroom from outdated to outstanding in as little as 1 day. From walk-in showers with a low threshold entrance to walk-in tubs with relaxing hydrotherapy. Surfaces are infused with microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. So why wait? Remember, we have special savings for 50 homeowners. Free installation on a new bath or shower. 18 months, no interest, no payments. Senior and military discounts. We'll take before and after pictures and compensate you for your time. Last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call now with zip code and location to qualify. 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
As owner of Wisconsin's largest construction company, I have a blueprint, a plan for every project. So here's mine for Wisconsin. I'll stand up to the radical left and their socialist agenda. We'll back the blue and get tough on violent crime. Bad guys, they're not gonna like me. I'll crack down on election fraud and keep schools open 5 days a week, no matter what Fauci says. I'm Tim Michaels, and that's my plan. Now let's get to work.
You heard the jingle man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go! I'm U.S. Senate candidate Peter Pekarsky, and I don't own an NBA franchise. I'm not a mega billionaire or a career politician. I don't host lingerie parties or accept PAC money. I've never claimed I had a degree when I didn't. I may not be filthy rich, but I'm the only candidate that has the balls to protect your rights and get the job done.
Black Friday deals in July have been extended at Ashley. It's your last chance to save up to 60% off doorbusters, plus 60-month special financing, no minimum purchase, and no money down on in-stock items. Don't miss the best Black Friday deals, only at Ashley.
Here's what we're working on tonight.
Outrage here in Washington after Senate Republicans block a bill to provide health care to veterans suffering from toxic burn pit exposure. We've got that and all the other day's headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary's back. Final check of the forecast.
Nice out there tonight. Take a look at the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Just a couple of fair weather cumulus clouds out there. A couple of showers up in far northern Wisconsin. They will not reach our part of the view of the state. Temperatures right now, middle 70s. Can't be nicer than that. Dew point temperatures, lower 50s. We'll cool off nicely tonight. Look for a low of about 56 and a high tomorrow of about 78.
We're back in 30 minutes for News Tree now at 6.